Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Here we are, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parashas Balak, as we getting ready to conclude another great week of learning. We thank you so much for taking the journey with us. Also, just a reminder that this coming Sunday is Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, the fast day, beginning the period known as the 3 weeks of national mourning, which of course culminates with the observance of Tisha B'Av. For our purposes, we probably have one more week to go in our season. Then we'll take a summer hiatus as I will be away. So we're going to get in as much as we can, but we're wishing everybody, of course, a Tzom Kal and a meaningful 3 weeks, and more importantly, a safe 3 weeks. It's never been a great time for our people. In the meantime, please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Ganei Yisrael, for Shlem L'Chol Petzuei Yisrael, and a safe return of our hostages. And we learn each day Le'ilui Nishmat Seren Daniel Shimon Arav Doron V'Sheli Hashem Yakum Damo. Next chapter, Sha'os Zemanios V'Dinehem. Zman Kriyash Nimshach Ad Sof Shalosh Sha'os Shel Hayom. So as we've been speaking, the time for Kriyash Shema, the zone, the area in which you can begin and then end Kriyash Shema is up until 3 hours of the day. Uzman HaTefillah Nimshach Ad Sof Arba Sha'os. And the time for finishing Shemona Esrei is 4 hours of the day. V'akavana l'Sha'os Zemanios, as we have explained before, but this is referring to something called Sha'os Zemanios. Kolomar, Mechalken es hayom l'shnei masar chalakim. We take the day and we divide it into 12 equal parts. V'chol chelek nikra Sha'os Zmanit. And then each one of those 12 sections is we'll call that an halachic hour. B'kayit shayam aruchim hasha'os aruchos. So in the summer, when the time from sunrise to sunset is obviously much more than 12 hours, then a halachic hour will be much longer. And in the winter, when the time from sunrise to sunset is shorter, so then each halachic hour is actually going to be less than 60 minutes. So then the question is, okay, so we'll divide the day into 12 equal parts, but when do we start the day, when do we end the day? So the Magen Avram, Rav Avraham Gambiner, says that the hours are calculated by the hours of light. So he says it's from Amod HaShachar, not sunrise, but even before that, the first appearance of the light, until it's actually really dark. But according to the Vilna Gaon, and the Gra, the Vilna Gaon, says that it's only from the time that the sun is actually visible, so that's sunrise until sunset. A lot of interesting notes here in different shitos. If anybody's interested in looking into this, it's note number 13. So it makes a difference because the difference in time from Amod HaShachar till sunrise in the days of Nisan, in the spring and in the fall and in Tishrei, is about 72 minutes. Lefi shitas Magen Avram, maschilin l'chashiv v'shalosh hashalosh zman kriyash shema 72 dakos lefnei shitas hagra. So the Magen Avram says that we start to begin the time of saying Kriyash Shema 72 minutes before the Gra would. V'lachein, sof zman Kriyash Shema tefillah lefi Magen Avram mukdam yoster. Therefore, according to the Magen Avram, the end time for davening or for Kriyash Shema is much, much earlier. Elashu ein mukdam b'72 dakos minei shekol shel lefi Magen Avram aruch yoser. It's not going to be 72 minutes earlier, again, because you have to take the calculation into effect, into parts, so each hour is going to be a little bit longer. And therefore, it comes out that at the end of 6 hours, finally, they'll line up in the end of the day how we get to it. So if I'm pulling out my Zmanim chart here, I use a specific halachic Zmanim chart. So when it says Sof Zman Kriyash Shema, so here there are two columns. One is Sof Zman Kriyash Shema Magen Avram, and Sof Zman Kriyash Shema Gra. So if I would take today's date, for instance, today is let's just pull this up. Today is Friday, Parshas Balak, Tesvav Tammuz. So Sof Zman Kriyash Shema, according to the Magen Avram, is 8:43 a.m., and according to the Gra is 9:19 a.m. And then what means Sof Zman Tefillah for the Gra is 10:34. So it's a big difference from 8:43 till 9:19. Again, taking those Sha'os Zemanios and the way they divide the hour into account. Generally speaking, we follow the opinion of the Gra in this matter, and we will always gives us a little bit more of a cushion because this Zman Kriyash Shema is always later. But the bottom line is that we should always try to say Kriyash Shema on time. During the week, it's not much of an issue. The issue comes up on Shabbos. If here in the United States, where we tend to daven later on Shabbos morning, not like in Israel, So let's say we daven at 9 a.m., and Zman Kriya Shema is at 9:05 sometimes, or sometimes even before 9, so you have to make sure to say Shema before the minyan, because certainly in any of those minyanim, you're not going to hit Zman Kriya Shema. But it's a d'oraisa, and we have to be careful nonetheless, just an understanding about how these hours work in the calculation. So thank you so much for listening. Please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Ganei Yisrael, for Shalom L'chol P'tzui Yisrael, and the safe return of our hostages. We learn the Nishmat Sarah and Daniel Shimon, Rav Doron V'Sheli Hashem K'damo. Wishing everybody a peaceful and restful Shabbos. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next time.